Dirt Car Nationals are now history as everybody made their trip down to Volusia. Some darn good racing, by the way. I caught 2 of the 3 nights. Of course, Matt Williamson was the big champion, but the guy on Saturday night that everybody was rooting for, I was at the Winter Warmer at Jammers locally here in the Syracuse area, and we were watching the race, and everybody was pulling for Jack Lehner. Led a total right around 30 laps. He led early, then he led late, but Matt Williamson got him on the last lap. But as far as I could tell, everybody in the whole place where I was at was pulling for the guy I've got with me on the phone. Jack Lehner's 24 years old. He's out of Saratoga Springs. He has a degree in business administration. He has his own business going right now where he does bodies and shocks. It's JLR Technologies. He's on the road right now. He's actually taking a day off on Saturday doing some shopping for his first apartment. Jack Lehner, what's going on, man? How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing very well. So what was your reaction after that race on Saturday? I mean, to lead that many laps, to lead twice and lose, end up finishing in second place late, what were the emotions running through your head afterwards?
I mean, initially, pretty heartbroken. Just, it's very bittersweet. I mean, we were happy, at the end of the day, happy to be in contention and be that good, be that fast there and be making progress, every time we hit the track. And for the final night to really feel like we had a really strong opportunity to win it. And, in my mind, felt like probably should have won it. Just things that I should have done better at the end there. But, so happy about all that. But, boy, it always hurts to lose one at the line or on the last, especially leading that many laps. Second isn't horrible, but, if you start fifth and run up to second, it's good. But if you lead and finish second, it's a little different. But at the end of the day, it's all good. And, I'm happy that we were in that position. We could have been fighting for 10th, so.
Looks like you kind of got caught behind somebody there on that last lap on the bottom. Is it that simple?
Yeah, it's tough when you're the leader in lap traffic like that. I knew Matty was there, but you're kind of a sitting duck. So the guy in second, he's going to go wherever you don't go. So his job's kind of easy, where you're the one that's got to make the decision. Do you try to tuck in back in the preferred lane? I mean, the bottom was the better lane at the end of the race there, but that's where all the lap cars were. In the middle, I didn't want to go for the middle to try to roll the lap car, but then miss it and leave it open for Matt to get under me. So it's just you got to split second to choose one or the other, and I decided to play it safe, and in the end, it bit me. Just got bottled up behind the lap car there. So
yeah, not much time to think.
Part of racing.
Yeah, not much time to think. You react, and because you told me you did think about maybe letting it slide up a little bit, but you were afraid, like you said, that oh, geez, there he is on my left side, right in the preferred groove that I opened up for him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, earlier when we were in lap traffic earlier in the race, like lap 30 or so, I went to the top, very top, in 3 and 4 up by the fence, and that actually let Matty get by me because I was trying to get around the lap car. So he got by me, and then I got back by him on the outside again. So that's really what I was trying to avoid on the last lap there, is flipping up like that, like I did earlier in the race. But at the same time, you can't leave any doors open for those guys. Everyone on the series is so good. You can't get away with playing it safe, I guess.
No, you can't. By the way, 6th in points at Albany, Saratoga. Was running well at Fonda, but had some engine problems. Did win the week before the 200 and finished 10th on the Super Dirt Car Series. And you told me that car you were in on Saturday night was the same car that you won at last year at Fonda with a different clip on it, I think you said?
Yeah, it was brand new at Fonda for the Fonda 200 weekend last year. We won that that underdog race, the preliminary race there, and then in lap 1 of the 200, we got put in the fence and tore the front clip off the thing. And I brought it home, straightened it out myself, and welded a front clip on it. And I was like, well, I don't know if this thing's going to be any good or not, but I guess we'll bring it to Volusia and try it out before the season gets started. And it seems to be just fine. So
it's amazing. I've talked to enough people who say sometimes a car, after it's been clipped, can almost seem better.
This is the first one I've ever had that happen. Usually when you clip them, they aren't any good anymore, in my experience. But
okay.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been able to fix one, and it seems like it's just fine. So
yeah, I think
that's definitely good.
Yeah, I think it's just more than just fine at this point. So did you have other cars, and you were thinking like this was the trial run to see if this thing was any good or not, almost?
Yeah, so I got 2 complete cars right now. That's being one of them, and then the other one has only like 15 races on it, so it's fairly new. And then I have, over the winter, I bought another chassis, just either be a spare. If this one that we clipped wasn't any good, we could swap it out, or just have a chassis sitting there, because you never know when you're racing as much as we are up and down the road and stuff. Stuff happens. It's racing. I mean, you're gonna junk cars here and there, so just try to be ready for any situation.
So I guess really the big takeaway with 7th, 6th, and 2nd is that we do have a good car, and so that's the probably I would imagine the biggest good news that happened from this trip.
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, it is. Now I'm really confident that I have 2 really good race cars sitting in the shop, and that spare one can sit there as a spare. And I feel like we're armed pretty good going into the season.
When does the season start for you? Next.
Regular season will be, next for me will be most likely Atomic in Ohio at the end of March there.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one we didn't get to last year? I think it rained out, right?
Yeah, I think it snowed out.
Oh, did it snow out? That's even worse.
It was like 30. The forecast was like 34 degrees during the day, snow, and it wouldn't have been pretty. So good thing they called that one.
Yeah. Rain is one thing. Snow is a whole different deal. Exactly, right there. And I understand they race with the snow down in Pennsylvania. By the way, Rumble in the Hills is coming up March 31st and April 1st, and that is in Waverly, Ohio. That is the first official, because those are actual point races for the series, correct?
Yes, that's going to be the points opener for the series.
Okay. How about weekly racing? Where do you think you might end up there?
We'll be at Albany, Saratoga on Friday nights with my car, and then we'll be at Volusia Speedway on Saturday nights in the Nelson Racing 85 there. Okay.
Well, sounds like we're busy. Are we ready then? Are the other cars ready? And have you had a chance to go through the one from last week?
Yeah, we're all ready. I mean, all I got to do to my other car that I didn't race, just put the motor in it. In the trailer with me when we were down in Florida, so just got to put the motor in that, button it up, and I went through the car that we ran in Florida already. That thing's all ready to go. And then the 85 car, Eric got a new chassis, so we got that, like 80% of the way assembled, and
beautiful.
We're just waiting to get the motor back from Pro Power there, and once we get that back, we'll be able to button that up. So we should be in really good shape. I feel like we're even ahead of the game going into it. So.
And by the way, if you're looking for body or some shock stuff, Jack is your guy, JLR Technologies. When did we get that going, and what do you do?
That's right. I started that back in COVID 2020 because I remember we weren't really racing a whole lot, so I bought some fabrication equipment. I originally bought the equipment to be able to make my own bodies and save money. That's just racing on a tight budget. And then when we weren't racing so much because of COVID, I started doing some stuff for some customers, and just kind of snowballed from there. I mean, I like being in this job and doing that stuff, and built up the body stuff first, and then recently purchased a shock dyno at the end of the year last year, and got fully set up to service and build and sell and do all the shock side of things. So do a lot of cool stuff between the bodies and the shocks, and then I have customers will bring me cars, do like a full maintenance, go through everything, make sure everything's how it's supposed to be, put new parts on it, build a body for it, build shocks for it, do a full scale, and when that thing leaves, it's ready to hit the racetrack. So definitely cool. It's what I enjoy doing, and definitely helps get us to the racetrack with our own stuff.
Well, I'm glad we're off to a good start. Again, sorry things didn't work out like they wanted. The whole place was pulling for you Saturday night, Jack. So hopefully we'll get to see you win this year on the tour. Please keep in touch. I'll make sure I do the same. And good luck with everything, and good luck with the shopping today, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Hit the Blue E, guys. Subscribe. Turn on notifications, likes, all that stuff. Support our sponsors, Bicknell Racing Products, Troyer Dirt Car, and, of course, our friends at Swift Springs. You take care, Jack. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, man. You too. Sounds good.